Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live watch along of Costa Rica versus Mexico. And yeah, thanks for joining us. The game's about to begin in about a couple of minutes' time, and this is actually the second time in the space of a few days that Costa Rica and Mexico have played each other. These were both friendly matches. Tonight is a friendly game, and they're playing in Austria, so it's a neutral venue. So both countries have come over from another continent, of course, the Americas, to come and play this game. I'm not really sure why. It might be because of COVID restrictions, and that they basically just want to obviously get a few games under their belt. But no, this is it. So yeah, we're just waiting for the game to begin. We did put in the live chat page, as you can see on the right hand side of our screen. We've asked for your predictions. We've only had one so far, and that's Danny Perez. Hello, Danny. Hope you're well. Are you from Mexico? Because he is saying that Costa Rica 0, Mexico 2 in this game. And of course, Mexico beat Costa Rica more than 2 goals last week. It was 3 goals to 0 at the end. Can they do the same again this time? Let's not forget as well that Mexico lost in another friendly this week, back on Saturday, against Wales at Cardiff, which we did a live watch along for that game as well. And so yeah, they lost 1-0. Wales never ever beaten Mexico before until Saturday. But of course, do you really count it when it comes to friendlies? I guess you should. Uh, we got Jamie Burgoyne, who's put his scoreline prediction. He reckons Costa Rica 4, Mexico 9. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't. I hope you're right, Burgoyne. I know that looks very unlikely and very, very unexpected, but I would love to see that happen. We'll be in for a treat tonight, folks. If we did have that, that'd be splendid. Just getting ready to get the stream going. It should be on in a minute. Now I'm watching on the Bet365 site, so it always only the stream for me only starts the moment the kickoff's about to begin, pretty much, which is it's okay. It's a bit annoying. You want to see something before the game starts. As you'd expect, I am supporting Mexico tonight. They're my team. I am from England, but I do love Mexico when it comes to football. Jamie Burgoyne asking me, did you get that shirt from Shirt Pulling? Inside joke. I'll explain in just a moment, folks. I'm just tweeting out the link again that we're live. Do get in touch, folks. Let us know your predictions. Still trying to get the link to work. Come on. Whoops. Refresh the wrong one. Come on, where's the link? Sorry about this, folks. She'll be with us in a minute. Where is this link? No? Is it gonna work? Well, it's been 3 minutes since 9 o'clock, and I'm not seeing anything from my stream to turn up. Let me try something else. And then I can update the clock and all that for you. So the game has begun, but this thing is not helping me at all. It's just not showing the stream at all. Come on, where is it? Sorry about this, folks. Finally, I've got the stream going. Right, so I've no idea how many minutes because there's no clock. Luckily there is a clock on the bet stream. So it is currently 0-0. I'll just update the clock for you. Jordi Morales, hello. Jordi, good to see you again from yesterday's stream with the Angola game. How are you? Who have you got for this game? So, just about 2 minutes, 45 seconds gone. If you're wondering what the lineups are, they're at the bottom of your screen. The scoreline is at the bottom as well. The live chat page is on to my right, or to my left, but to your right. So do get in touch and you will be featured on the live chat page. So currently it's Costa Rica who are actually playing in white tonight, their away kit, and Mexico playing in their new black and kind of pink patterned home shirt. They do play in black quite a lot. Mexico, they've had a few shirts in the last few years that their home colours have been in black, and it is a fantastic designs that they make. I've actually just ordered the new Mexico home shirt, so I'll be looking forward to getting that. Jordi saying goals for tonight, hope 3 goals. Yes, I got over 2 goals, so let's pray. And Jordi, you did this for the Angola game yesterday and you were right. Mexico currently have the ball. Let me get the ball tracker here for you guys so you know where it's going. Go. So it's currently with Costa Rica. The ball's on the halfway line. Let's go through the lineups then. So for Costa Rica, you've got Keylor Navas, of course, the very experienced former Real Madrid goalkeeper, now representing Paris Saint-Germain. Mexico looking for a corner there on the right wing. No, Costa Rica have dealt with it and they've cleared it out. So in defence, from left to right, you've got Fuller, Waston, Calvu and Oviedo. Of course, some of you Everton fans, if you're watching this stream tonight, will of course remember Oviedo, who played at least 1 or 2 seasons for Everton. I can't remember how long. It's been a while anyway. It was in the early 2010s. Then you've got 2 in front of Ruiz. We all remember Ruiz. I liked him, and he did alright with that Costa Rica team back in 2014. You've still got a few Costa Rican players from that 2014 World Cup that did very well. Well, they got to the knockout stage and they got to the quarterfinals for the first time. Cruz is in midfield with Ruiz, and then in front of them it's Campbell, Sequeiro, Venegas, and we've got Brown Forbes up front on his own as the number 9. For Mexico, you got Talavera in goal, the number 1 keeper at the moment, but I believe, yeah, Achua is on the bench tonight. He did start against Wales. In defence, from left to right, you got Artiga, Moreno, Salcido, and Sanchez. Then you've got 3 in midfield and then 3 up front. So the 3 in midfield from left to right is Dos Santos, Romo, and Gutierrez. And then the front 3 is Lozano, as we all know him at Napoli, Pizarro in the centre, and on the right-hand side, it's Corona, which, as we know, Corona is not exactly a popular word in this world at the moment. I can't imagine for the brand, the Corona beer brand, I don't know if that's helped them at all with their promotion. So, Mexico trying to attack on the right-hand side again, but Costa Rica have been able to deal with it. Jamie Burgoyne asking, what are we bevving tonight, big man? Black currant. Ribena black currant. And other black currant drinks are available. To be honest, I don't really drink at home. Burgoyne may not believe me, but I don't. I only drink at home if I get given alcohol. I don't go out and buy it when I'm at home. I don't see the point drinking at home. It's not the same as when you go to the pub for me. Do get in touch on the live chat page, folks, and then you'll be featured on the stream. Feel free to ask any questions or your thoughts on the game, or for Mexico, or for Costa Rica, or any other game that's going on today. Plenty of international games going on. The under-21 Euro tournament's happening in, I think it's Hungary. I can't remember whereabouts it's taken place, but there's been a lot of those games over the last few days. The internationals for the World Cup qualifying in Europe are going ahead tonight. Wales are playing against Belgium. Sorry, not Belgium, Czech Republic. Last time I checked it was goalless. Mexico have won a free kick here. Jamie Burgoyne saying, if you only drink when it's given, can we get some LTS sponsors? Let them know we'll market anything, beer, snacks, you Benz, says Burgoyne. Come on, Burgoyne, you need to get on to a watch along, remember? Burgoyne says, my webcam came an hour ago with a shocked emoji. Which one did you get? You didn't get the one I mentioned, did you? Because I still haven't ordered it. I need to get it though, because as much as I like this inbuilt camera, I just know the other one will be much better. Lozano's gone down. I think it's a free kick, but I think he's suggesting to the referee that it should be a yellow card against the Costa Rica player, which I think it was Fuller, who's Costa Rica's main right back. Of course, these two teams have quite a rivalry back in the CONCACAF. It's normally Mexico that do normally beat Costa Rica. I mean, I'm not trying to sound biased, but Mexico have won the Gold Cup more times than any other country. Here comes the free kick. Goes across the face of goal. It is a random international friendly, this, because normally you can have they would have friendlies like this away from home for the fans in Europe, you know, just to promote their football. But what's the point going all this way to Europe when no fans are going to be able to attend these games? But at the same time, I wonder if they made sure they were in Europe, because a lot of the players for Costa Rica and Mexico play in Europe for their clubs. Maybe it was just logistically easier, especially with the COVID restrictions. Burgoyne says, I got a Logitech 720p for £25 on Amazon. I think I know which one you mean. I think I've seen that on the Amazon list. But the one I was after was about 75, 80. The annoying thing is, Burgoyne, apparently before the first lockdown, the 1080 one from Logitech wasn't worth 80 quid. It was a lot cheaper. It was like 50, 40 quid. But because of the pandemic and everyone working from home and people needing webcams, it went a lot higher. So that's why the price is like that. I believe it was higher than that though during the first lockdown, from what I read. Meanwhile, it's goalless at the moment. Not really much to shout about in this game so far. We've had 12, well, pretty much 13 minutes. Do subscribe to the channel. Forgot to actually put the tweet out. So, Mexico on the right wing, trying to get the ball into the box. Costa Rica have made the clearance. And after all that, trying to go on the counter-attack, they've lost the ball very quickly. And it's gone out for a throw-in. Do get in touch, share us your predictions. Yordi's put his in. We've had, we did have a message from Danny Perez before. Are you from Mexico, Danny? Let us know if you're still watching. We always like to get in touch with the people watching our streams. So Mexico have it on the halfway line at the moment. And then Costa Rica have got it back midway in their own half. It's with Fuller. Head tennis going on the halfway line. Now with Venegas. And it's gone back to their back line. What do people think of friendlies, international friendlies? Do you see the point of them? I don't know if I really do. I like to see certain fixtures played, because it's hard for them to sometimes get the same two teams in a major tournament or in a qualifier. So it's always good to see those friendlies now and again. I know some people say it's pointless, but I've always liked the odd friendly where it's a big game. Like I remember when England played Spain, I think it was at the end of 2010, and obviously we were hosting the world champions at Wembley and we beat them. And of course there was a lot of England fans delighted with it, but I also thought, but that's typical England. They're going to beat these teams when it doesn't really matter. They wouldn't have done that at the World Cup. Mexico, of course, 3 years ago got that shock win over the world champions during that tournament, Germany, in their opening game of the campaign, and they were part of the group that knocked them out. They got a late winner against Sweden, Germany, but then of course Germany lost that final group game to South Korea in the last minute, and that was a nasty foul. That's a yellow card for Costa Rica's Weston. I'm not sure which Mexican player he got there, but it was a late challenge against the run of play. I think it was the Lozano. Yeah, the Lozano is easily the target for defenders. He gets a lot of crap. Bless him. But it doesn't look good. They're trying a bit of spray on him now. Jamie Burgoyne says, if you have a tech company, please send us stuff in capital letters. Would be cool to do some sponsoring. And we have a subscriber. We're at 572. Thank you very much for subscribing. Do subscribe to the channel. We would love to... our aim is to get to 1,000. Of course, it'd be very ambitious if we somehow got to 1,000 tonight. But yeah, every subscriber counts. We'd love to get this channel to 1,000. We've started doing watch-alongs in the last 2 to 3 months. So the Lozano's injured at the moment, and then the play looks as though it will go on without him. The one thing I didn't mention was the bench for both teams. I mean, with Mexico, Hector Herrera is there. No Guardado. No Guardado at all, which I find interesting. I wonder if he's gone back to his club. He does play in Europe, so he might have just gone back ahead of this weekend. Mexico have the possession with Moreno, the skipper, who... I don't mind Moreno as a defender. There's been a few Moreno defenders for Mexico over the years. You do get the usual names, but different players. Jonathan Dos Santos thought he had a throw in there, instead it would go to Costa Rica. Nearly 20 minutes gone. All square at the moment in this international friendly. Of course, thanks for joining us last night. If you watched us do the Angola Gabon game in the Africa Cup of Nations, we'll look at all the results of today's matches at half time, and especially the stats in this game. There is a good website called SofaScore that does player ratings during a live match, which I thought we'd give a go. If they're offering it for this one, I'll have to have a look. Free kick. It's another yellow card. There's been some yellow cards early in this game. And this time it was Costa Rica's number 13, which is Cruz. And it's a definite yellow. Completely tripped up Lozano there. So free kick here for Mexico. Can they go direct at goal? Keylor Navas in his fluorescent green goalkeeper kit. You do have some funny colours for goalkeeper kits. And I think it's DeSantis who'll take the free kick on his own here, and it's straight at the wall. And it's not going to go out for a corner. Instead, it's going to be a throw-in on the near side for Mexico. I'll just make sure the sound's okay during the stream. It's all good. Costa Rica on the left-hand side. I'll just quickly check what the other scores are while it's a little quiet in this game. Luxembourg losing 3-1 at home to Portugal. At least Portugal aren't going to follow suit with Northern Ireland, who got beaten by Luxembourg over the weekend. I think for Northern Ireland it was embarrassing enough, but if that happened to Portugal, who in my eyes are the dark horses for this summer's Euros, it wouldn't have looked very good for Ronaldo and his men. And Ronaldo thought he scored the late winner the other night against Serbia on Saturday night. It crossed the line and everything, but they don't seem to have goal line technology in that game. Couldn't believe it. And this is so, I think Wales are 1-0 up against Czech Republic with 5 minutes to go, but both teams have had a man sent off. Whoops-a-daisy. But what a result that would be for Wales after they lost to Belgium last week, which was always going to be difficult for Wales. Costa Rica have just had a free kick. They swung it into the box and the header was straight at the hands of Talviri. He didn't have much to worry about with that one. I believe it's going to be goal kick for Costa Rica. Just trying to see if there is play ratings on SofaScore for this game. I've never actually used SofaScore before. I just remember someone else using it the other day and it looked really cool. Excuse me. Stats so far, I mean, you've not had any shots on target from Mexico and only one from Costa Rica. Mexico have been offside once. 7 fouls already for Costa Rica and 2 yellow cards. I nearly said 10. That'd have been a bit crazy after just 25 minutes. I mean, 10 yellow cards for one team, that'd be... Has that ever happened before in one game? I'm sure it has, but that'd have been a bit scary. Those are the main stats so far. Mexico on the back line with Marino again, the skipper. Get it over to Carlos Salcido, which reminds me of the old Salcido, the one that was only a few years ago, who was one of the full backs for Mexico, and he was a good player. He played for Fulham as well at one point in the league. Oh, and that's a terrible volleyed effort from Mexico there, and I think it was... Who was that? Was that Dos Santos? No, it wasn't Dos Santos. I think it was Moreno. No, it was it Gutierrez? No, it was Ortega. It was a terrible kick. Mexico's best chance so far, though. That's the first shot off target. I know it's only been 26 minutes, but this game could just do with a bit more going on. It's a quiet stadium anyway, which makes the atmosphere very dull, of course. Oh, Jonathan Dos Santos was caught late. Costa Rica have been very dirty in this game so far. And as I said, 2 yellow cards given to them already, so 1 or 2 of these players have to be careful. This referee looks like he's happy to give yellow cards out, regardless of how many minutes was in the game. Do get in touch on the live chat page, folks. Of course, you'll be featured on our screen. Oh, Mexico trying to get a cross in. It's only to be headed away by an unmarked Costa Rican defender. Now Marino, the skipper, falls down. Mexico outside the box, and it's a curling shot. But it goes way over the crossbar, and it was Irving Lozano with that one. Probably Mexico's most dangerous player on this pitch tonight, in terms of the squad that they've got with them here in Austria. Yeah, they're playing in Austria in a very small ground. Never heard of it before. I can't even pronounce the stadium name, but yeah, they're not playing in a big Rose Bowl or anything like that they used to, or Estadio Azteca, which I need to Google it, but I can't remember the last time Mexico played in that stadium, which is meant to be the home of the national team in Mexico City. Campbell penalised. Campbell, one of their main senior players from that World Cup in 2014. I'm trying to remember if Costa Rica made the 2018 World Cup. Not that I can remember. Mexico on the back line at the moment. It's with Moreno. Oh, again, there's Costa Rica really chasing them down, trying to kick the back of their legs here. They're doing anything they can to get the ball, the Costa Ricans. Pulls for a foul, and I think Costa Rica have a free kick. Of course, this is supposed to be entitled as a friendly game, but it doesn't feel like that. Gutierrez having to have a word with the referee for the challenge from behind on the player. It's going to be a free kick here for Costa Rica. Ball comes in. Have they got a goal? No, there's a foul according to the referee. The ball didn't cross the line anyway, but it was pretty much cleared on the goal line by one of the Mexico players from a header. Going to be a throw-in. 12 minutes to go till half time. And then the goalkeeper for Costa Rica has booted it out, which is Keylor Navas. Keylor Navas for me is, I think he's been underrated in the last, well, I came across him from the 2014 World Cup, and that's when he got recognised for a goalkeeper. He was fantastic for Costa Rica. Of course, him and Claudio Bravo from Chile was another one that a lot of people praised from that World Cup, and that's what got Bravo and Navas their big transfers to Real Madrid and Barcelona. And Navas, in that time he was at Real Madrid, he won 3 Champions Leagues, so I don't understand why people always criticised Real Madrid for having him. I thought he was a decent goalkeeper. I'd feel safe with Navas in goal. And then obviously Thibaut Courtois was taken from Chelsea, which of course Atletico Madrid fans won't like the fact that he left Atletico to play for Chelsea, and then, well, he was on loan I think from Chelsea to Atletico anyway, but he proven himself there in La Liga, and then he did well in England, and then off he went to Real Madrid, which you can't blame him for the transfer, because for people like him it is a dream when they're a kid to play for Real Madrid. But I just don't understand why Real Madrid needed to replace Navas. I thought they had a decent goalkeeper. It's good to see Brian Ruiz. I haven't seen Brian Ruiz play in such a long time. I don't even know who he plays for anymore. Let me check. He's 35 now. He plays for... who's he playing for? He plays for Liga Deportiva. And it is a Costa Rican multi-sport club, which is clearly just probably could be his last club actually. Let's have a look. So yeah, he was at Fulham for 4 years. 12 goals in 97 games. Played for FC Twente before that, then Ghent. He was on loan to PSV for 14 games while at Fulham in 2014, and he scored 5 goals. Then played for Sporting Lisbon, and then Santos, of course, a well-known Brazilian club. And he's been part of that Costa Rican national team since 2005. So I wonder if he was in that squad in 2006 for the World Cup, because yeah, they were in Group A. They were up against. Oh, hang on. I've just found. I think Brian Marie's details need. If any of you are on Wikipedia right now, Google Brian Ruiz, because I think someone's editing his page as we speak, because under date of birth it says error, invalid birth date for calculating age, and in the place of birth it says Mars, space. And then his other name on it says Burbit Petuno. So someone's having a laugh. It's quite funny. It is funny when you see something like that. I tell you what, Yordi, if you're bored of this match, go on to Google, go on to Wikipedia, and search Brian Ruiz, the Costa Rican footballer, because the page I'm looking at right now, it looks as though someone's editing that page and is taking the mick. I've got to print screen this. I don't know how to do a print screen on this. What have I just clicked? Oh, I've clicked the wrong thing. Print screen. Will that do it? No. Nope. Alt and print screen, that's not doing it for me. Nope. I'll have to forget about it. It's not working for me. Yordi says, we need goals, my friend, come on. And he's also said, this match is boring, isn't it? It's not been great. I mean, as we speak, Talavera, the Mexican goalkeeper, is injured. After he went for the loose ball, he went down and then he took a knock off one of the Costa Rican players. And it looks as though it's left him a bit winded, so he's being checked out as the game has paused for now. We've got just over 5 minutes left until half-time, which, yeah, hasn't been great first half. But this is the problem when you have international friendlies. You take it with a pinch of salt. You don't really... You either really do want to watch it or you just have it on in the background for some of these games. And sadly this game has been a bit dull. The Wales-Mexico game the other day wasn't good either, really. Yes, there was a goal, but it wasn't... It was a meh. Wasn't that interesting. Of course, Yordi had a bet for a few goals in this, and it's still goalless. Sadly, Burgoyne's prediction earlier on saying that it'd be Costa Rica 4, Mexico 0. I just have a feeling Burgoyne might have got that prediction wrong, because it's nearly at the halfway point and we haven't got a goal at all. And this is a guy who wants 13 goals. Oh, Mexico in the box. Nope, no good. Straight back at the keeper. Do subscribe to the channel. We're hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers over the next few streams. And we always appreciate your support, and it's always good to have you folks who are watching to keep us company during our watch along, especially for games like this. Oh, deep ball into the box from Mexico. It was a long ball from the left wing. It hovered over, nearly found Lozano up front, which if he had found him, he'd have been one-on-one with the goalkeeper. We could have had our first goal of the night, which we really need one. Thrown for Costa Rica on the near side. It's now on the left wing. For any of you who are in England who are watching this game, it was a warm day today, wasn't it? I knew the sun was coming. It was nice weather yesterday, but it wasn't as warm as it was today. I might have to just check my phone on, see what the weather's going to look like tomorrow. Hopefully more of the same. Yep, it looks like the weather's going to be the same tomorrow. Looks like the highest it'll be where I'm living, which is the northwest of England. Ooh, it could be up to 18 degrees at come 5 o'clock. 16, 17 degrees around 12 and 1 o'clock. A few clouds in the afternoon between 2 and 4 o'clock it seems. But yeah, the weather's looking very good tomorrow. And the sunset coming in at around 7:45 in the evening. So obviously just shows that the early nights are gone, which I don't mind, but you start to get bored of it and you want to change of things, and especially when in lockdown it can be very boring. Now with Costa Rica on the back line, just about a minute to go till half time. Wonder how much stoppage time there'll be. Of course with friendlies as well, it's just one of those. Agon is a through ball to Mexico on the left hand side, makes the cross. There's no one in the box anyway, and it's gone straight to Navas, so that was a wasteful cross. He probably should have waited on the ball. Maybe should have just kept it for a couple of seconds, because there was a player, one of his teammates was running into the box. I think that might have been Lozano. Here they come again, Mexico. They couldn't get past the final third. Now Campbell turns the ball away from his man. He does well there. Now a through ball into the box. It's too far away, and the Mexican goalkeeper was happy to let it roll behind for a goal kick to Mexico. I wonder if that's the last kick of the first half. We've just reached 45. Well, I would tell you in a moment at half time, and I normally wrap up the first half. I don't think I've got much to say. Needs a goal in this game. And there hasn't really been any opportunities that I can really say for either team. Apparently there's going to be 2 minutes of added time. So 2 minutes of added time. Into the last minute of the stoppage time. It's onto the right hand side. He's in the box, he'll have a shot, and it's blocked. Mexico looking for the opening goal. That time it was blocked. And now chip into the box with a free header. Oh, goalkeeper saves it. But either way, I think the referee has said it was offside. They haven't shown the cameras haven't shown the linesman. Ooh. I'm not sure what he's given it for because the linesman didn't raise his flag. And I think he was onside. That was a free header there. That could have been the opening goal of the game. Instead, it's a throw-in for Costa Rica. 2 minutes are up. So we're just waiting for the referee to blow the whistle for half-time. There you go. As you heard the referee there, it is half-time. So it's been a goal fest so far, which of course I'm being sarcastic. And at half-time it's Costa Rica 0, Mexico 0. And if you're wondering what I'm going to mention at half-time from that game, it's probably zilch because it has been very quiet so far and it really has not been a classic friendly at all. But let's just hope that both teams will forget about that first half and will come out looking for goals in the second half. But just as the teams and the coaches for both teams as well walk into the tunnel, it has, of course, they'll be getting ready for the half-time team talk in Austria. That's where the game is being played tonight. So it's half-time. I'm going to have a quick 2 to 3 minute break or so, and we'll be back for the second half, and we'll look at the other scores that are going on across the world in football tonight. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. So welcome back to our live stream of Costa Rica versus Mexico. And what we have here is the statistics page, which, if we actually look at the lineup, I don't think they're doing play ratings on this today. I thought they might have been, but they're not. Let's have a look. So quite a few interesting stats. You look at the average age in both teams is starting 11. Mexico's is younger with 28 years, and for Costa Rica it's 29. What else is that? Apparently for Costa Rica they've had no wins in the last 7. So that's against Mexico, so that's pretty bad. Anyway, let's find out the other scores going on in other competitions. There was a big win for Wales in the UEFA Group A. Azerbaijan losing at home to Serbia 2-1. Portugal winning away from home 3-1. They won in that game, which Luxembourg had a player sent off, so that didn't help them one bit in their attempt to try and beat the European champions. In Group E, Belgium beat Belarus 8-0. Let's actually have a look at who scored. Trying to get used to the website. I haven't used it so many times. So it looks as though Trossard got one, Pret got one, Weineken got one, Michy Batshuayi got one, but I don't know how many goals they got. Benteke got one. They're all having a laugh. So Belgium, of course, a team that some say they've got the golden generation in that squad and have done for the last few years, have maybe underachieved with this squad that they've got. Could this be the good build-up that they need ahead of the Euros this summer? Wales, Czech Republic. What a win for Wales, eh? The winning goal was from Daniel James, the Manchester United player, who's found himself some good form in the last couple of months, I'd say. He's definitely improving his football. Oh, I've just lost my link. There we go. So yeah, and Gareth Bale got the assist, but there was 2 red cards for. There was a red card for both teams. So Connor Roberts got one for Wales. He got one on the 77th minute, but it was at the start of the second half that Patrick Schick got one for Czech Republic, which it's a good result for Wales. I honestly thought they were going to find it difficult against Czech Republic. I'm sure it was a challenging game. I didn't watch it, but of course I was watching this instead. But for Wales, that's a big win. If there's any hope of them getting to the World Cup, they have to win their home games at least, and they've started off with a win. So it's a good start. It looks as though the Mexican team are about to come back out onto the pitch. The Costa Rican players are already out, ready for them to return. So let's check more scores in just a moment. Let me just get the background sound on again. Netherlands beat Gibraltar 7-0. I guess that was no surprise. Montenegro 0, Norway 1. Turkey getting a draw against Latvia 3-0 just after they beat Netherlands a few days ago, which is just so typical. Cyprus 1, Slovenia 0, Croatia 3, Malta 0, and Slovakia 2, Russia 1 in Group H of the World Cup qualifying. And of course, all the South American games are postponed for this international break, which will be interesting because I'd love to know how they're going to fit those matches in when it's such a tight schedule and the tournament starts in literally less than 18 months' time. Just about to get ready for the second half. And away we go. So no goals so far in this friendly, which we could do with one. It's not exactly been a riveting game of football so far. So Costa Rica have a throw at the moment with Luis Romo to take it. Thrown's taken and it's in their own half and they've taken it back to their goalkeeper of Navas. Foul near the halfway line and I think the referee's going to play the advantage, and he did, but it didn't carry on as he hoped for. Just do with a goal in this game. Who's going to score that first goal if there is to be a goal? That's if there is going to be a goal. Just need a goal. Meanwhile, Costa Rica do have that free kick just inside Mexico's half. Of course, for any of you football fans in America or near Mexico, we're hoping to do some live watch-alongs for the MLS when it returns in April, which is in about 2 to 3 weeks' time. I believe there's a pre-season game going on right now with Seattle Sounders and Portland Timbers, which I was hoping to do the watch-along for that instead, but because it was literally, it kicked off at the same time as this game, Mexico-Costa Rica, but there was no stream, there was like no info of it because it's behind closed doors. I think they are just keeping it quiet. And I don't think it was available for anyone to watch the game either. I don't think they intended on taking any cameras to that venue, unless they did it for just highlights maybe. Let me have a look. So yeah, even when you Google the score line to find out what the late score is, it's still got the to be declared under the kickoff time, which a lot of sources said 9 o'clock UK time, so I'm sure they're playing right now, but I just don't think they are fussed about reporting it. Let me just see if they've put anything on their Twitter account. Any live tweets from that game. Yeah, literally. There's been no. It's just literal. It's just little updates here and there. So it really is behind closed doors. Apparently goalless after 45 minutes. Mexico have the ball at the moment. This game needs a goal. Come on. It's with Moreno on the left-hand side. Come on. This better be building up towards a goal. No, it's gone for a throw-in instead. Mexico, I must admit, in the 2 games I've seen them this week, they've just not convinced me at all. Not sure what to expect from this Mexico team, to be honest, in terms of for the next World Cup, because there's a few golden generation players who are a bit old now. Herrera, Guardado, Hernandez is getting on. Hernandez must be in his early 30s at least, because I remember when he joined United in 2010, I think he was 21, 22. So 11 years later, he must be 33, 32, I'd say. Of course, the worst thing is about some of these games is you just want to hear some atmosphere, don't you? You want to hear the fans inside the stadium. Because if the game's boring, then so be it. But I think it makes it even worse when there's no fans there. It makes it even more dead. Because when the game's crap, you kind of rely on the fans a little bit. Let's have a look at some of the... I've clicked the wrong thing, sorry. MLS fixtures. It's called the Sky Sports website. So it starts on Saturday 17th of April between Houston Dynamo and San Jose Earthquakes, which in the UK that's at 1 AM, so I don't think I'll be staying up for that. Not for that game anyway. Then it's followed by at 2:30 in the morning, Seattle Sounders up against Minnesota United, which of course Seattle Sounders have a big following in the MLS. They've got a lot of fans, but they will, yeah, for me I certainly won't be watching it. But the Saturday night games look pretty good though. You got Montreal Impact, of course, Thierry Henry's former team, because he was the manager there for at least the last 12 months until he left the job a few weeks ago. They're hosting Toronto FC, and then an hour later after that, on a Saturday night in England, UK time, it's Orlando City, who are my team in the MLS. They host Atlanta United. But then followed by that, it's Los Angeles Football Club, LAFC, a very big team in terms of fan base. They host Austin FC at 11 o'clock. So I think our first MLS watch along might just be Orlando City versus Atlanta. I'm looking forward to that game already. And then Sunday, Inter Miami. Now this is the game of the weekend, I think. Inter Miami in their second ever season under the ownership of David Beckham, hosting LA Galaxy, Beckham's old team when he was a player in America. So that has got to be the game of the opening weekend. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a good game. I think we've got to do a watch along for that as well. Let's go back to the game. Nearly 54 minutes gone. No goals, as expected. Could just do some goals here. I just fear it's going to be goalless the whole time. Doesn't help when you're doing this game at nearly 10:30 at night, when you've got work in the morning. Probably shouldn't have done this game as a watch along. I was hit and miss this evening on whether to do it, and I wanted to at the end, and now I might regret it. And again, Mexico getting to the box, no connection at all with the passing, and it's gone straight to the goalkeeper of Navas. the PSG goalkeeper. Be a simple flight for him back to Paris Saint-Germain, I'd imagine, ahead of the games resuming this weekend. I think they're against Lille, which my friend Seb True will be doing a watch along on this channel for. Now into the box. Across the face, a goal, nobody there. Corona with the cross. And now it's onto the left hand side. There's just no one moving in the box. We've seen that a lot in football, I feel, in the last few weeks or months. Where there's some attacking players that just don't move at all. They just expect the ball to be pinged straight to them, which in my eyes makes it a lot easier for the defenders to just mark the player if they're not willing to move. You know, you want to make the defender work for it. If they're going to clear the ball either way, then so be it, but at least make them work for it. Get them tired. Because all it takes is a mistake, and then you get that goal. Pizarro with the last touch, and it'll be a throw for Costa Rica. Maybe it's a good thing there wasn't any spectators at this game tonight. If any of you lot have been our regulars over the last few weeks or months, you may remember a watch-along I did with Seb, and that was Napoli versus Atalanta, where we both were talking about completely different things apart from the game, because there was just nothing going on in that game, and that was a cup semi-final first leg. So we didn't do the second leg, and I can't remember who won. I didn't even check. It was such a boring first leg. It's a terrible game. And you know it's bad when you have a game on in the background that you don't pay attention to, because the excitement is not there, and instead you talk about anything else but the game in front of you. Oh, Mexico have had a shot. And it's Lozano again. He's been the only magic for me up front for Mexico tonight, as you'd expect, the Napoli player. Trying to go up against the PSG goalkeeper of Navas. And his shot just goes wide past the far post, which I don't blame him for trying. He was the last man up front. It was a great shot. It nearly hit the post. And that might have just been maybe Mexico's most threat so far at the Costa Rica goal, but I couldn't say much more for Costa Rica either. Of course, Costa Rica on the scoreboard, as you see at the bottom of our screen, are the hosts of the game, but this is taking place at a neutral venue in Austria. So technically it is an away game for both teams. Do get in touch on our live chat page. Let us know your thoughts on this game so far. How boring is it, this game? It really has been dull so far. We're just about 90 seconds away from reaching the hour mark. Just need a goal or something. Been a foul on one of the Costa Rica players. It looks as though he's got his hands to his head at the moment. Might have been a head injury. Looks as though his head hit the back of number 5 for Mexico, which is Luis Romo. Accident, of course, but still it will get his eyes watery after that. Of course, no Chicharito in this Mexico squad, which I would have thought maybe he could have travelled to Europe, but maybe not. I'm not sure, unless he wanted to focus on Ali Galaxy ahead of the new season. Ball into the box. Mexico make the clearance. It's outside the penalty area, but Costa Rica now have the ball on the left wing. Now it's another cross, but this time it's straight to the goalkeeper. And just as we reach 1 hour, it's Costa Rica 0, Mexico 0. It's been all about possession, but neither team have created any chances so far, in which I think anyone who would have loved to have gone to this game as a fan may be quite delighted at the moment that they couldn't get tickets to this game. Doesn't help when you're streaming on your own as well. Of course, Jordi said in our live chat before, which do get in touch on the live chat page if you want. He said, "We need goals, my friend. Come on." Couldn't agree more. And I think Costa Rica have a free kick here, just a couple of yards from the penalty area. And I think it might have been Lozano who's been penalised for the foul, who he can't tackle to save his life, Lozano. He was running from behind him, tried to get his foot poking the ball in front of him, but instead he caught the Costa Rican player. And now this is a good opportunity for Costa Rica. It's only just outside the box. And I think they might want to, if they've got a decent free kick taker, which I'm not sure of, they would love to give this a go. Venegas is behind the ball at the moment, but so is Brian Ruiz. I always liked Brian Ruiz. I thought he was a bit underrated. He was very good at Fulham, I thought. I'm not sure if Fulham fans would agree, but I quite liked him. Anyway, there's a 4-man wall, I think, for Mexico at the moment, in an attempt to avoid a Costa Rica shot going on target. And it does come off one of the heads of the Mexican wall, and it's gone behind for a corner kick for Costa Rica. Tried to get it over the wall and back down onto the target. Wasn't far off from getting it over the wall. The Mexico defender who made the deflection had to jump up for it. It didn't go straight at him, he had to jump up for it to make the contact and to change the direction of the ball. So we're just waiting for the Costa Rica corner on the near side. Corner taken, and it's into the box, and Mexico clear it after a header from one of the Costa Rica players. Cross comes in, takes a deflection, and Costa Rica have a corner, this time on the far side. Do subscribe to the channel, folks. We do a lot of watch-alongs for the football. We also do a bit of rugby, tennis, F1. We're hoping to do cricket as well soon, especially when the Indian Premier League begins. And it looks as though Lanes is going to come on for Mexico. Again, another player that's not available, Carlos Vila. I'd like to have seen him play, but he must be getting ready for the MLS season with LAFC. But you'd think they might have been ready for international break, just because I'm sure Hernandez and Carlos Vila, for example, the ones that are playing in America, the season finished back in December, so they've had nearly 4 months off. Oh, Costa Rica with the best chance of the game so far. Calvo with the header. Actually, no, I think it was Ruiz at the end. Ruiz got a header, and he somehow missed the target. The goal was right in front of him, but he instead headed it diagonally past the far post And it's a goal kick for Mexico. Goalkeeper just left standing when that header was made. And luckily for the keeper, it was wide off the target. Costa Rica throwing. Intercepted. I will stress again, this game needs a goal. 66 minutes gone. All square. And a rather uninteresting international friendly. There was going to be another couple of substitutions, I think, from Mexico. Now, if my memory serves me right, we haven't seen any from Costa Rica yet. So Hector Herrera is coming on. And he's replaced Jonathan Dos Santos, who is, of course, Giovanni Dos Santos' brother. Giovanni Dos Santos playing in Mexico at the moment for Club America, so he's not available for this trip. Oh, good chance. Navas had to make the save up against Lozano. Lozano's been no doubt Mexico's best player. If we're going to have a man of the match tonight, it's him. He's the only one creating any magic out there. He had a shot across at the goal. He had to make he had to make Navas stretch out for it with his right hand, but he got there. There wasn't really much pace or power on the shot. It was a good placement shot, but Navas had no problem at the end. He had to, as I say, had to stretch out for it, but that might have just been Mexico's best chance so far. But on the other side of the pitch, Costa Rica have a free kick, about 40 yards out. Campbell with the free kick, swings it into the box. Last touch coming off Moreno, the Mexico centre-back. And it's gone behind for a corner for Costa Rica. Well, at the moment, I think if there's going to be any goals, I think if you want to still put a bet on this game, I'd maybe say 1 goal, but no more than that. sure I speak for quite a few fans. The international break is a hit and miss for some. We always prefer the club level, and then the international bit we mainly prefer when it comes to the major tournaments. Talavera just made a punch off the ball from the corner, which he had to flick it past his goal. And it was a good save by the goalkeeper, because there was one of the Costa Rican players sneaking up on the near post to try and header the ball in if they'd gone past him. Oh, 20 minutes remaining. Costa Rica 0, Mexico 0. Low ball, corner cross coming into the box, but Mexico have picked it up easily, and they'll go on the counter attack if they can. There's 5 of them on the run at the moment. Now on the left wing, number 7, who's looking to cross it, and he gets past 2 of his opponents, does really well there. What can they do with this? Mexico shot on goal. Instead it's gone wide past the post. Low ball shot from number 5, and it was a goal kick for Costa Rica. The goal kick was taken quickly, it went into Mexico's half, and they've won themselves a free kick. The one thing I fear, if this game carries on in the next 19 minutes, to be very dull. I just hope there's no added time. I think for the referee's sake, he should just not. It's only a friendly. There's no points on offer. Of course, Mexico are meant to be the 9th best team in the world according to the FIFA rankings. Of course, a lot of people question the FIFA rankings. It's not. I don't think it's very accurate. I don't think many people really care, to be honest. I don't think rankings mean anything in football in terms of stuff like that. That's mainly for tennis or golf. People care about stuff like that, but not in football, I don't think. Because I think Belgium have been number 1 for a while, yet that's a team that still haven't won any trophies in the last few years. Oh, it's into the box, Mexico. Oh, it's at the bar. And there's another chance this time, and Navas does another save. Mexico still have the ball. It's on the edge of the box. Ball comes in. Instead, it's gone out to the left wing. With number 17 for Mexico. Oh, and now Moreno will go for a big strike. Oh, he's at the bar. Oh, that's twice in the last 30 seconds or so that Mexico have hit the crossbar. All of a sudden, a bit of drama in this game. Finally, Lozano with a shot at first from a tight angle, but he still hit the bar. It would have been a terrific goal if Lozano had somehow scored that. And then, again, Marino with a strike in which the ball rolled right to him. And he made the kick, and it literally just hit the top left crossbar. Big chance. Big chance. So the crossbar rattled twice there, and Costa Rica still goalless with Mexico for now. They've just made a substitution in which number 14 has just come on. I'm not sure who he replaced though, they haven't shown, the camera didn't show that. And now here come Mexico, it's Lozano again, he tried to cross it in. Couldn't find any of his teammates though, it was Costa Rica who've made the clearance. Oh, excuse me. Don't forget to subscribe, folks, to the channel. We're currently at 572 click that subscribe button and become our 573rd member. Go on, you know you want to. Jonathan Dos Santos now in his training kit, as he's done for the night, as he got substituted earlier on by Hector Herrera. Is it me or does Hector Herrera look like he's put on weight since I last watched him? It's been at least a year or two since I last watched Hector Herrera play for Mexico. Oh, there's Arno! Oh! Over the crossbar again. But again, that magic he produces, he's so good to watch. Just inside the box, links it up with one of his teammates to tee it off for him. And he just boots it out. That was a big chance. .12 minutes to go, still goalless. It's now into the box for Mexico. Costa Rica will deal with that. And they run it out in their possession for now. Mexico much more dangerous than the last 10-15 minutes. They might just squeeze a late winner here. 18 minutes about to reach on the match clock. And this low ball shot is blocked. And this time it's deflected, and Lozano couldn't get the rebound because the goalkeeper Navas beat him to it. And one of the Costa Rican defenders is injured at the moment, but meanwhile they've got a substitution. Number 10 coming off for number 26. So that means Brian Ruiz is done for the night with 10 minutes left on the clock. And he gets a shake of hands from one of the defenders, and Waston and Navas, as Brian Ruiz goes off. Over 100 appearances for his country. Now 35. As mentioned before, he did play in the Premier League for a few years for Fulham. Jamie Burgoyne's got in touch saying, not feeling confident in my prediction anymore. Yeah, I think you were a bit over-ambitious, Burgoyne, who, if you didn't know, said at the start of the chat page that it would be Costa Rica 4, Mexico 0. And you think he's joking. He's not. Burgoyne, if you've only just rejoined us, you've missed nothing in this game. It has been terrible. There's been a bit of magic in the last 5 minutes from Mexico, mainly from Lozano. Here he is again on the right wing. Goes up against his fellow defender. Takes a deflection with his cross. I think he meant that. And there'll be a corner here for Mexico. But yes, if you've just joined in, it has been a very dull game so far. It needs a goal, but when it's very late on in the game, it doesn't really matter anymore, I don't think. Corner comes in, header, oh. Another chance. Mexico just can't find the net. They finally turned it up. Burgoyne says, I was watching Police Interceptors. I've never watched that program. I think I've seen clips, but that's it. I think you showed me a clip once, but I've never watched it. Is that the thing on Channel 5? You've got nearly 7 minutes to go. It's only a friendly, of course. There's not really anything at stake in this game. Mexico would like to finish their international break with a win after losing it in Wales last Saturday, but Wales have had a good week. They've beaten Mexico for the first time ever in their history, a number 9 team in the world, of course. If you really look into the, if you really believe in the rankings, in the FIFA rankings for international teams. And then tonight they go and beat Czech Republic in the World Cup qualifying. HSHS Yeshi says 1-0. It's currently goalless at the moment. It's still 0-0. It is bad as well when you watch games like this and you're looking at the clock more than the game. It's just been one of those games, but Mexico have made a foul just inside their own half from Salcido. It was both players trying to go for the ball in the air with their head, and it was a collision on the way. Costa Rica with the cross on the right wing, and the header was just, he couldn't get his body or head behind it at all, Vengiza. And it goes wow wide past the target. There's just no threat whatsoever from Costa Rica in the last 20 minutes. Sums up the game. It's been pretty poor. So I do apologise, I don't sound that enthusiastic, but when a game is dull, it's hard to try and make it sound like it's a good one. Mexico in the last 10 or so minutes, that's the best they've played. And there's offside for number 2 for Costa Rica. I think that's Joe Campbell. He's having words with the Mexico goalkeeper. I'm not sure what's been said, but the Mexico goalkeeper isn't happy about it. But they've both left it now and gone on with it as the goal kick is taken. Four minutes to go. Lozano now, who I think if you can have man of the match, I think it should be him. He's the only one that's tried tonight, I feel. He's the only one that's created opportunities for Mexico and has made Navas work for it a little bit. And if anyone was going to score, it's him. If he scores as well, then he's definitely man of the match. Mexico now, 30 odds from goal. It's down the line. Perfect chance for a cross to come in. Takes a deflection with the cross in the air. Mexico still have the ball. I'm not sure there'll be much added time from this. There hasn't been much pauses in this game, and there's a call for offside. And number 26 for Mexico is offside. Corner for Mexico. This might be the last chance of the game. The ball comes in. And a header. There you go. There's the goal. And what did I say? Irving Lozano was no doubt the man of the match for me tonight. And he's wrapped it up with the winning goal, I'm sure, for Mexico. And despite how dull this game has been, Mexico have brought some magic back out onto that pitch in the last 10 to 15 minutes. Mainly thanks to Irving Lozano. Let's check the corner again, straight to him. And he scores with the header. It was a header to him, and he was pretty much 2 yards away from goal, and he picked up the header with his header, and it was into the top right corner of the net. And Mexico are 1-0 up. Thank goodness for that. At least we've seen a goal tonight. Seconds before we reach the 90. So we've reached the 90. I didn't see how much added time there'll be while I was updating the score. But Costa Rica have just had a chance to find the late equaliser. It was a long ball into the box, then headed down towards number 13, and then he tried to header the ball as well at goal, but instead it went way over. And I think that might have just been the last chance for Costa Rica. We've had a minute and a half of stoppage time so far. Goal kick taken for Mexico. It's a short one. Costa Rica have intercepted on the halfway line. Can they find that equaliser? Mexico letting the ball out of play, or is he giving a free kick to Mexico there? I'm not sure why he didn't just give out a goal kick. Oh, so it's 4 minutes of added time they've just announced. So there you go, 4 minutes of added time, 2 minutes gone so far. If you've just tuned in, it's Mexico with a late winner potentially from Herving Lozano, a header from a corner to separate the two sides. And really, if you've just tuned in, you haven't missed much from this game. It's not been the most exciting. The last 10-15 minutes have been a little bit better, thanks to a lot of it thanks to Lozano, and he's been my player of the match before he even scored, so him scoring has definitely wrapped it up for me. Oh, and Mexico have given the ball away. Surely. Oh, one-on-one effort there for Raston. And at the end, he tried to play the ball across the box to get it past Talavera. Oh, and it came off Carlos Salcido. He saw the cross coming. He made the block. It's gone behind for a corner. 30 seconds left of stoppage time. Last chance of the game, I think, for Costa Rica. The corner was not great, though. And the first man for Mexico has made the block. Now Mexico playing to Costa Rica's half. Ball goes out of play. It's a Costa Rica throw inside their own half. And they're going to really go for it now, despite this only being a friendly. I don't think they want to lose this. We've reached the 94th minute. All Mexico need to do now is to just boot it long, and they have done. Back into Costa Rica's half. They've still got the possession, Mexico, and they'll just run off the clock. I think for Costa Rica now intercepted, but it doesn't matter. They won't have another chance for that equaliser because it is full time between Costa Rica and Mexico. A very low scoring affair, as you can see on the scoreboard, but it's only the one goal that separates the two sides, thanks to Napoli's Herving Lozano, with a late winner after he hit the crossbar twice early on in the game. And really, for what has been a pretty dull friendly game, at least the last 15 to 20 minutes had a bit of more magic. But Mexico have been able to make it 2 wins out of 2 against Costa Rica in the last 5 to 7 days, whenever the first game was played last week, because they won that game against Costa Rica by 3-0. But tonight they had to work for it, and Lozano got that goal at the end. So that's pretty much it, really, folks. Since it's a bit late, we're going to wrap up. So thanks very much to everyone that have watched this stream tonight. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll be doing our next watch along possibly tomorrow night between England and Poland in the World Cup qualifier. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.